sure most of us have heard the prefix re. Am I correct? Reimagine, revised edition, reimage, redefine, reintroduce. Everything has a re. As simple as that word is, very, very powerful. It means to do it again. So why would you do something again? It's as simple as saying it's either, what you used to have before will no longer be able to function in the new. So you need to reimagine, re-engineer. I'm sure most of us have seen this word comes up in so many things, but we do not actually, take it as very, very important. In fact, in the church, they will call it revival. Because you want to be a better version, a better you. And today I'm going to be speaking on redefining activism. I'm sure most of us have, our own definition about what activism is, our luta continual and all of that. But that's not it. Because it is not going to work again. Yes. Why? COVID taught us that it's not going to work again. Imagine if that period we wanted to protest about something. We cannot go out. So we need to change, reimagine. How are we going to do it again? Were there meetings during COVID? Yes. Did we broadcast during COVID? Yes. Were there movements launched during COVID? Yes. It's as simple as that. In fact, so many ideas were birthed during that period. The re-period. And that's where we live in right now. Before now, you will feel that, we would have activists like Wole Soyinka, like late Gani Fawehinmi and all of that. But do you know VDM? Yeah, exactly. How did he become an activist? Phone and ring lights. Simple. And I'll tell you a few stories. Since everybody have been telling story, let me tell you a story. I think in 2003, when I was leaving secondary school, there was a politician who was vying for the post of House of Reps in Lagos. Amu Wardofin. In fact, I know the man very well. Everybody that have come here to speak, I'm going to tie everything they have said to this story. The last speaker said, you need to reintroduce yourself. Please, let's keep it. Let's just keep that aside. Now, the first speaker said, you need to give yourself that permission. Reimagine. All right? And so many other persons. Somebody talked about education and all of that. So, the man organized a football match. And they looked and said, Pedro, come and run commentary. And everybody will gather and stay there, and I will run commentary. But what was I doing? I would always remind the people to vote, because this man was going to do a whole lot better for the youth. You can see what he is doing. He is not yet in the office. Fast forward, on the day of the final, after the finals, the participating teams were given money and cash prize. What was Pedro given? Every one of you can employ me if that was my salary. Because people have met me and they said, Pedro, this man must take you to Abuja. He must do this, he must do that, he must do it. They were telling their story for me, my own story, but they were the star. So when it got to my turn, he shook me and gave me one envelope. Everybody rushed me and all of that. I said, wait a minute. I opened the envelope. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw mint, 15 naira. I counted it. 1, 2, and 3. How much is that? 150 naira. Exactly. But today, mention Pedro, you don't know the guy again. I have reintroduced myself. Rebranding. Now, if he comes, I will put him on the hot seat. In fact, I can tell him he's not going for that interview. I will cancel the interview. You won't come. Because right now, I'm the one calling the shots. I reintroduced myself. The new form of activism is what we have started now. Honorable Dachung Musa Bago said, he doesn't even know where Angwarukuba is. But today, with TEDx Angwarukuba, he knows where Angwarukuba is. So for those of you who live in Angwarukuba, what is that thing that Angwarukuba has that once you withdraw, everybody in the city of Jos will know that something has happened? That is activism. It is not until you carry placards. No. Let me give you a practical example. If those guys who operate those yellow buses all say, tomorrow we are not working, we are in trouble, isn't it? That is activism. Because these people understand that they can hold transportation to ransom. And because you will need to commute from one place to the other, you need them. That is activism. Most of us have now heard about Tuduwada broadcast, isn't it? Because every politician now wants to feature there. What does Angwarukuba have? Have you thought about that? Angwarukuba, if I write or I give you an idea for, yes, patent it. This is my copyright. Spotlight Angwarukuba, and I give you 10 minutes on J101.9 FM, you will pay me for the rest of your life. What are you going to be spotlighting here? Nobody ever thought that we would have a place as beautiful as this in Angwarukuba. That is what, again, activism. Because from this altar, from this place, he can preach and tell you, hey, we need to take charge of this, we need to take charge of that. That is activism. Activism, this time around, is not going to be taken by holding placards and all of that. That is archaic. In fact, they will call security people and tell them to pour you tear gas and all of that. You have not done anything. But imagine if we have serious professionals, if we have people who are leaders of thoughts at different levels, all reside here, and they talk to their people and say, today we are not going to go to work. And it is something that will affect you and I. That is the next level of activism. Look, nobody will tell your story better than you do. And if they are going to tell the story for you, they are going to be the star act, not you anymore. So you need to rethink. You need to reinvent. What do I have? How can I contribute? How can I do it and make it better? The media is there for you. 2, 3, 4 people, we can come together and say, now what we want to do is that we want to spotlight the talented people in Angwa-Rukuba. And the Angwa-Rukuba people gather, give them like and all of that. You know it will get to us. We'll be forced to invite you. And that is the new form of activism. And you know what? The politicians will now come and see that, wow, there's something really special about this place. And I will also still use this place as an example. All the people that I respect in the faith, they have come here. Now they know. Now Honorable Dachung Musa Bagos knows. Hey, that is the new form of activism. Barrister Poole knows this place. That is the new point. Like, you can always reach out to her. You want to collaborate. You want to do something in Angwa-Rukuba. No fear again. There was a time, the story that was told about Angwa-Rukuba, I can remember vividly in 2010, that was where I was, here at Angwa-Rukuba, the first what? Bomb. That was, when you mention Angwa-Rukuba, that is the first thing that comes to my mind. But today, the story has been redefined. In the whole of Jos, there has never been TEDx anywhere. Have there been? Where? University of Jos. That is a university community. We are talking about an area. So where you have Rayfield, where you have the almighty, that's what I call it, the almighty locust, federal locust, and state locust, there was no TEDx. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. This is activism. So the next time they tell you, oh, Angwa-Rukuba, that place where they had first bomb blast, you tell them, no, the place they had the first ever TEDx talk on the plateau. Thank you very much. God bless you.